What you doing?
Getting all the towel gack off of this. I think I used the wrong towel at first. All right, it's time to put the pedals back on.
Pedals are going to go on.
That's
so
exciting.
these are kind of gummy inside. So you're supposed to put oil in these. If you have Zerk fittings, you can grease them. A lot of people forget. We've been putting oil in it. Somebody had grease in it at one time, but now it's just goop. So what I'm going to do is use some knot lacquer thinner, and I'm going to clean these out. Then I'm going to grease them, and then we're going to put them on the shaft in the car. Then they'll be perfection. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Somebody pressed brass in there. Nice.
What?
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, I'll take the slop out. This one's still stock. This one's got brass pressed in it. Cool. All right. Let's get some grease. Grease them up. Slide them on. That's the brake one. That's the clutch one. And we'll have to adjust the clutch. Yeah, start by greasing the shaft. I'll just put some grease on it, run it around with my finger, and then okay, now we'll not use this finger to pick my nose.
Or rub your eyeballs.
Or rub my eyeballs.
Get something out of your tooth.
Well, that'd be fine. It would just slip right out. Okay, brake goes first.
Brake goes first.
Brake goes first. Okay, oh, that's nice. Okay, brake in. Now clutch. There we go. I gotta get the little cap that goes on the end. You see that? See that hole right there?
Yeah.
Okay, well this is...
It is going, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, this cap goes on the end like so.
Where that hole is?
Yep. And then we're going to line this up so we can get this pin in. Got it going further. Brake's got to go on further. Like that. There, now the clutch is over enough.
Yes.
Okay, now, you can see that? I'm going to line this up. See that hole right there? You see that?
I see that.
Okay, I got to get this pin in that hole now.
All right.
There we go. Nice. I got to tap it in with a hammer. A few light taps here. All right, now I'll go install a cotter pin on the bottom side. All right, cotter pin engaging. I used way too big of a cotter pin, but that's okay. Better than too small. Well, I brought cutters, so now I can make it any size I want.
Okay.
I'm going to make it shorter. Ready? It's shorter. Just bend it over and done. Struggle with it probably, but do it this way first. There. I'll just cut the excess off right here. Done. So since there's so much more meat on that clutch, we know we're going to have to adjust the clutch. So this is called the trunnion right here. This is what goes between the clutch pedal and the arm, the shaft here. This is what pushes against the throwout bearing. So if you look right here, and you hear that, that's when I'm up against the pressure plate right there. So what I want to do is adjust it so that there's about that much pedal play between the pedal being on the floor and being engaging the pressure plate. So I'm gonna get my pin ready. It's really a two-man job, but there it is. All right, now how much play do I? Oh, look at that! It's almost perfect right now. All I did was I screwed the trunnion in about 3 turns. I was just guessing. Look at that. I'm gonna take it out just a little bit more though. So close, but not quite. So I'm gonna screw it in just a little bit more. About that far. That should be about right. Nope. Get him lined up here. Come on, baby. All right, put the camera down. Help me. Pull it towards you. Thank you. Pull. All right. Man, that's tight. Ugh. All right, let it go.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Just barely. All right, now push the clutch pedal in. Like you're gonna. How's that feel?
It goes way down.
Yep,
Is that
good.
right?
How much free play's in it?
I don't know.
Well, let's see.
How do I tell?
Right there.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, so quite a bit. Pull the pedal towards you.
Okay.
Got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little more out of it here.
Should we get all the way now?
All right. Yeah, pull it towards you. Okay, now. Man. All right, now let go.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, push it now.
Ow! I hit my head. Yeah, it's got a lot more
Oof.
oomph.
Okay,
I
good.
gotta push it a little harder.
I'm gonna throw the cotter. We can always readjust this later if needed. About 87.325% sure we're gonna be readjusting this. Well, now I'm going to hook the brake pedal up. This has got the special fancy thing because of the, for the brake light switch. Like so. Since the battery's out, I'm not worried about shorting the car out. The brake light switch.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is just do that. Okay, now pull the brake pedal back. Put the shaft on. Put that through, like so. And find where the cotter pinhole is. Somewhere. There it is. And let me cotter this up. Of course, we have the extra long cotter pin. So I will have to go like that. Cut the excess off. Modify the length of the pin slightly. Modified. Done. Brakes, and then this will bolt right there once we get all this done.
Nice. All right. Oh, we got 2 pedals again. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Wow, it's looking more and more like a real car again.
Doesn't have a rear end in it yet.
I know.
Right now it's technically not a car. Tina's over here getting all the old sealer, gasket material, all that stuff off of the U-joint housing. Got the new U-joint right here ready to go. We're going to grease the heck out of that. Make it to where it's a big glob.
Yeah, we got all the old glob off of there.
All the old gaskets, all of that. We got brand new gaskets right here ready to go on. New felts to go in the clamshells right there. Yep, so
This is
doing a good job, Tina.
Yeah, good. I want it to be right.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to grease up this U-joint again. We cleaned it all off, got all the old gunky stuff off, and now all these little fittings around here and then the back, inside, got some different spots all the way around the perimeter, inside and out, that we need to just shove them full of grease. But new grease. All right?
Right.
All right.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go under the car and I'm going to get this thing ready here with the new gaskets here.
Nice.
Yeah, new gaskets.
Alright, I got all those holes and whatnot, so now what?
You got to get ready to install it. Alright, now. Get this in here. Bolt here with a special kind of washer. You see that? Alright, that washer's got a step in it. The step goes inward. Okay, so I installed that washer into the U-joint. I'm going to slide it onto the splines. I'm going to rotate it to where it goes on. Somewhere in here. There it goes. All right, I can feel the threads right there, so I'm going to hold it right there. 9/16 with an extension, like so, into the U-joint. And see if we can get this started here. I don't know, maybe not. Nope. It went all the way down into my socket. Can I have a 9/16 shallow socket, please? That's what I need right there. Now I just got to feed this in. Make sure to catch that lock washer. Got it. There it goes. Now the whole transmission's turning. Perfect. Can you take the top off the transmission and slide one of the gears to lock it in place? It's just hand tight. See the gears turning in there? Yeah, I need that to not happen. Slide it into gear all the way.
There we go.
All right, there. Now she's in. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, slide it back into neutral there. What we need to do is we need to get the U-joint cover put on. So I've got gaskets on it here. I've got it marked where the top is. It should be like that. Like that. There. Okay. Now clamshells. Yeah, your job is to go under and guide the brake rods up over the top. Oh. Yeah. Got it. Let me get on this side.
About
Yep.
6 inches or so on this side.
Yep, same here.
Really?
We're up against the rear of the car. I got to take that clamp off.
Oh, I need my back end out a little.
Okay. Okay, let me know when to push.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I got one little.
Okay.
Almost in on that side.
Yep, I was.
Just have to be moved inward.
I was in.
The outside.
I was in.
There we go.
Okay. Now we're at the point I got to take it off the dollies and slide it. All right, now get under there, grease the hell out of that bell thing, and inside and outside of this one.
Grease it how with my hands?
Yeah.
Like I
Put a glove on and.
Just with my,
Yep.
with the same grease I used for the
Same one.
joint.
Same one.
Yeah, underneath, don't kill me.
Okay.
I prefer to keep living.
Okay. I'll let you.
You said you wanted on the outside of it also, is that correct?
Yeah, a little bit. Pack the inside, little on the outside. What's that?
I say I feel like it's pretty darn packed.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
terrific. Get out.
Okay.
The next thing you're going to do is you're going to be guiding that brake rod. You got to get both brake rods. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here she comes.
Alright, don't go too fast. Oh, wait. I'm scratching my thumb. Ow! Get off my thumb. Ow, there we go. Okay. That's much better. Okay, mine is through. Is yours through?
Through.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Now I got to get the jack back under. I'm going to lift. You're going to dolly.
Okay.
Ready?
Watch over your toes.
Yep.
There you go.
Not enough to get the jack under, so I got to go up a little higher. You're going to shove the jack under. There's a, see where the pad is?
Yeah.
Right here is where I want that lower drain plug. Ready? Is it?
What do you feel? The drain's not in the middle of the
Not even
rack.
close. No, you were way off.
I am?
Yeah.
Well, then how about I lift didn't you do this part?
Because you can't lift this.
Oh, I
Get it out.
too.
All right, now look closely where you're going. Go.
I can't get it to go straight. Let me lift it.
You can't lift this.
I can lift it.
No, you can't.
Bet you I can. I'm mad enough to do it.
No, you can't.
Oh, I can.
No, you can't. Here, you can't. You can't.
Show me steak.
You can't.
Do it.
No. You're gonna kill yourself.
Freaking do it.
You're gonna freaking kill yourself.
You ready?
Yeah, go.
There. It's so freaking light.
There, no, there, down.
What are you talking about? That's, oh man, you really must be tired because that was really light to me.
Dude, I am super tired.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to guide that. I'm gonna close this door. I need the sun beating on me.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're sweating crazy.
It's hot. All right. All right.
I'm trying to get my other arm. Okay, try. Wait. I'm getting weak in that arm. Hold on. I gotta do it a little differently here. So I can see what's happening. Hopefully I don't get anything in my eyeball. Okay. Back up just a tiny bit. Okay, but try to hold it steady. Okay, maybe.
All right, let me turn a drum. Let it go.
Oh, hallelujah.
Thank you,
I
Jesus.
believe it's going.
Oh, good.
I'm not sure how far it's supposed to go, but I think.
All the way.
Is it supposed to sit flush with that outer first clamshell thing?
Almost, yeah.
It's about
All right.
maybe a half
It's
inch.
close. I can see from here. I'm gonna get this off right now. Okay. Get rid of that right now. I'll put that on. I'm gonna have the clamshell on. I'll need that. Right now, I just need to get this out. And it's gonna fight me the whole way, of course. Before I get that out all the way, I'm going to put one in here just to hold it. Because I know what's going to happen. Because I already know. That thing would go off. I would never get the holes to line up. And I would cuss. I noticed. You did good.
Looks like it's
You did great. Okay, finally. There we go. That was a real pain in the neck. All right, upper clamshell. This is the upper clamshell. And you notice I put new felts in them. Okay, new felts. Very nice, right? Okay. So this one goes up top. Like so. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to find one of the holes here. Goes up right there. Okay, I'm going to put another one in over here. Like so. That'll position it there. Okay, now what I got to do, put a washer, lock washer, and a nut. And these get cotter pins. I'm not going to tighten these yet. I'm going to put the two clamshell halves on, and I'm going to do the bolts on the sides of the clamshells. Those will get tightened first, then these will get tightened around. I'm just going to do them hand tight just to hold it in place. Okay, now the lower half, and again, new felt, brand new, pretty. Yep. Slide that on. Make sure we got the holes lined up here. Find one. There's one. Find another one. Wherever it is. There it is. Got it. And that's some bolts.
Now you can see what it looks like down below.
Does it look the same as up above?
Mm-hmm.
But different?
Completely different.
Okay. You see the grease fitting right there.
Yes.
For pumping grease into this. You pump lots of grease into this. Basically, until you see it come out where the felts are. So now what I got to do is I got to get that spring up into there, and I'm going to have to center it.
Do you want to raise the car for the
Nope, not yet. I got to move everything over. Okay, what I want you to do is jack that up for me, please. Go ahead. We're just going to get it up to those bolts, basically. Okay, right about there. Hold it. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to guide it in. Okay, and go. Upsy daisy. Yep. We'll center it in a minute. I'm going to show how to center it once we get it up in there. Go ahead, keep on coming. Come on up. All right, slow down a sec. Out. Lower it just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. All right, upsy daisy. Okay, let me get out. All right, upsy daisy. Upsy daisy. Okay, it's in. All the way up till they actually feel the car kind of lift up.
I feel like it's already starting to move.
Nope, up, upsy daisy. The car's not going to fall on me because Jack's holding the rear end's going to hold the car. All the way up. Until you feel it kind of stop under the car. Right there, whoa, 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 right there. Okay, now I'm going to center it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you know that bolt that holds the center of the spring?
Yeah.
Well, there's a little hole up on top of where the spring goes. So what I'm going to do is rock the rear end until it falls into that hole, just like that.
Oh, wow.
All right, now go all the way up.
Okay.
And you will be supporting the weight of the car. Okay. All right. That's probably good right there. You see the spring flexing? Okay, now what I'm going to do is take these, and since this is a Roadster, it has to have these little spacers underneath. I'm mount these here, like this. Okay. Now, take those nuts that we were soaking in oil and put those on. I have to get my 7/8 wrench out, I think. I know. It won't be in a minute. I'm gonna have to get my 7/8 wrench here. Thank you. Get that out of the way. That on there, that's good. Now I'm going to get this on. Put the spacer in there in a second. Spacer. There we go.
So what makes it necessary for a Roadster to have a spacer and the other one's not?
Well, you only got 6 leaves, you don't have 10.
Oh,
So, yeah,
because of the weight of the car.
yeah, it's light. If it was a 2-door sedan, 4-door sedan pickup, you'd have 10 leaves. Coupe, you'd have 8. Alright, that's all I'm going to get. spacer in there? Yep, spacer's in there. Now what I'm going to do is just get these pretty tight. I'm going to be putting a cotter pin in these at some point, so that means I'm going to be adjusting where they're located slightly to get the cotters to line up. Okay, we're in. Now, yes, hallelujah indeed. Now we can hook the brake rods up.
You want me to put the tires on that?
Yeah, we can do that.
What about the jack in the fall?
Okay. Let's throw some tires on it.
Yeah, good symmetry.
All right. They really are annoying, aren't they?
How do you feel?
Human impact wrench?
Huh? Yeah. See if I got them tight enough.
Find out. That one is. I think it's time to shut her down for the night. It is after 7 p.m. It is still hotter than a Farrah Fawcett poster out here, and I'm fatigued beyond the capacity for rational thought. So Model T is already hitting the beverages, and I'm going to grab a cold beverage. I'm going to go inside in the air conditioning like a civilized person, enjoy the rest of the evening, shut it down for the night. We'll pick this up again in a couple days. It's a new day the Lord has given me. Today I'm going to transfer the stuff from the old shift tower to the new shift tower, and I'm going to replace the old broken parking brake pawl with the brand new one I just got from Snyder's. That should fix it. Finally, it's going to have a parking brake. Oh, Mitchell Manufacturing is very adamant that if you get the synchronized transmission, you do not use the common 600W lubricant in it. No, in fact, what you need is a 75 140 or 85 140 gear oil, but it has to be GL5 rated. So you can just see that right there on the bottle, GL5. That's what we're going to be putting in the transmission. I'm just going to get that in there now. I'm just going to dump it in the top, and then I'm going to put the shift tower on. We still have to move all the brake assembly, all that stuff, from the old shift tower to the new shift tower. Since we have it in this state with no shift tower on it, I'm just going to go to caveman mode. I'm just going to dump it straight in the top, and I can see down where the fill is, so I'll know when to stop. Cover off. Fluid. Engage. Now that I finally got all the right parts and was able to put the shift tower together properly with the proper emergency brake or parking brake and all that stuff, supposedly working right. Now finger around, make double sure there's no doodads. Nope. No dirt, no doodads. We're good. All right. Gasket on. Now I just got to get the forks to line up on the gears. That's the hard part. I think I got it there. Slide that back, I think. Okay, now I gotta not tear the gasket on the front. This should just slip into place, I think. Do I have gears? I don't know. I'm gonna have to put a couple bolts in to find out. First, reverse, second, third. Feels like I got them. Oh, good. All right. I can put the rest of the bolts on. The kit also includes these two new front tower bolts. They want you to use the new ones, so I'm going to do that. Okay, welcome to the underside of my wife's car. Now, I'm going to go ahead and connect the rear brake rods, reconnect them just temporarily for right now. Got a caught in front of my mouth, so I'm going to sound kind of funny. And then this will just be temporary because I'm going to have to readjust the brakes, as you know. Whenever you take the rear end out, you put it back in, the symmetry is kind of lost. So you do have to readjust the brakes. So between this point here and this point here is where the parking brake rod needs to go. Let's see, so the front of it is that little loop part right there. See that? That's the front. The back part has that. So I'm just gonna slip that in right here. Get this pin in here. Ta-da! I just need to cotter that. Like how cotter that becomes a verb. Cotter pins can be a noun or a verb. There we go. All right, that one's cottered. On here, like so. Now I'm not going to tighten this up yet or cotter this because I'm going to have to adjust the parking brakes before I put cotters in here. All right, other side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull back the parking brake lever like one notch, make sure that it doesn't try to lock up the rear wheels. Go spin the wheels now. Free. Over here. Free. Okay. Let's go to 2 clicks. Ooh, that lock clicks. Over here. Nope. It just barely got drag. Okay. Loosen this one up more. Maybe tighten that one up. Alrighty. Now, let's see what happens here. So, 1 click. Nothing. 2 clicks. Just a little drag. Okay. That one had a little drag at 2 clicks. At 3 clicks. Locked. What about this one over here? Almost locked. Almost locked. Almost. What I think I'll do, because I really want it to be locked at about, I want drag at 3 clicks, locked at 4 clicks. So I'm going to loosen this one up just a tiny bit more. So, go 1, 2 clicks. Okay, just almost got drag. 3 clicks. Okay, it's pretty close to locked. You can turn it, but not easy. Pretty close to locked. Now, 4 clicks, they should be locked. 4 clicks. Oh yeah, locked. And locked. Perfection. Now I'm gonna put some cotter pins in it. First time ever that Rhodey has had a working parking brake. First time ever. So as the outdoor temperature tops 107 degrees, the indoor temperature in the shop is about the same. So forgive my lack of covering here, but trying to survive this heat. Anyway, I'm gonna jack up the front of the car now, and I'm gonna set the service brake tensions on the rods. You've seen me adjust brakes before, so you could skip past this part of the video if you already know how to adjust brakes. If not, hang on, I'm gonna show you real quick. To adjust the service brake rod lengths, I'm going to use this. It's a brake adjustment tool. You can buy these at all the Model A part suppliers. So what you do is you set it up so that when you've got this up against the seat bottom here, you set it up so that you can put the pedal on different notches there to get different pressures, brake pedal pressures. I'm gonna set this right here. All right, we are calibrated and off we go. I should feel just a little bit of drag on that one. Yep, need a little more on that. Nothing there. Okay, I need to back that one way off. Oh, tool fell out. Perfect, because I need to take it out anyway to back off of this one here. Right. So cotter pin out. Pin out. Get my adjustable wrench. Pop this nut loose. All right, now just back this off a bit. Put the pin back in. I'm not going to tighten the jam nut just yet. I'm going to wait till I get the adjustment done. Then I'll do that. You definitely have to install the wife's brake rods properly. Otherwise, someday you might be referred to as defendant. Now I'm going to reinstall the tool. Go for 2 notches. All right, now, what do we got? All right. There's a little more drag on that one. Still just slight drag. Slight drag. Okay. And we continue pretty much just lather, rinse, repeat. Now, people are always asking me, why do I go and readjust the brakes after I've pulled the rear end, put the rear end back in? Well, this is a good example. These brakes were adjusted before I pulled the rear end of this car, but when you remove the rear end, you put it back in, little things make, little differences and adjustments. And if you look at, when you turn one of these clevises for the brake rod adjustments, we're talking fractions of a millimeter with each half turn, and look what a difference it makes. You can imagine with the whole rear end symmetry being all screwed up from taking it out, put it back in, and it doesn't go in exactly the same spot. So yeah, that will throw your brake adjustment off. So anytime you pull the rear end, readjust your brakes. All right, all done. They're perfect. Now is the time to go all the way around the car, make sure that you've got all the jam nuts tight on the rods, and make sure you got new cotter pins and everything. Man, it is hotter than an autographed Farrah Fawcett poster out here right now. So I'm gonna get Rhodey back on his feet and probably go inside, get an ice cold soda and cool off. And then I'm gonna come back out, hopefully with Model T. Maybe take Rhodey for a ride. That'd be pretty awesome. Let's see what happens. Look at that, boom, back on his feet. All right, let's get some floorboards back in Rhodey. Now, if you recall, when we took the floorboards out, there was like no screws holding the floorboards in, which was bizarre, to say the least. So I'm gonna have to find some hardware to hold the floorboards in, I think. Maybe I'll just leave it the way it was with nothing holding them in. I don't know. Sorry for all the noise. Wrestle those in position in, something like that. And here's the bucket of hardware. So we've got things like the boot for the parking brake, stuff like that. Also have the all-important button for the accelerator pedal. Yeah. There we go, done. Got a boot for the shifter, which I don't know if we're gonna use that or not. Now that we got an actual, original nickel shifter, I don't know, it's kind of cool to look at. So maybe she'll put this back on, maybe she won't, I don't know. Totally up to her. What I need to do is get these little plates and things like this installed and make it look sort of presentable.
Okay, Paul just gave me the word that today is a day that I get to drive Rhodey. It's all put back together. New synchronized transmissions in, all kinds of stuff is done. So let's check it out. Look at that. Rhodey's back on the ground. It's looking good, looking sharp. Woo-wee. It was the inside. It says he got the floorboard back down. Did it a little different. Oh, that looks very sexy. Much better than that ugly carpet. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now remember, with the Mitchell synchronized transmission, the first and reverse shift is almost stock, but the second and third shift is only like 4 or 5 inches. So just remember, it's a real short shift. That's a full shift.
Okay. It does feel different already with trying to find it. Some of the things are like very distinct in where they are. I don't feel like it's all like squishy and it's
right.
such a trip.
No, because remember you got the detents, the tight detents in the tower.
Yeah.
So you've got the clunk. I mean, when it's in, it's in.
Wow.
So it is a definite, you can feel when it's in.
Okay. It's definitely different. All right, we're gonna turn it on. Woohoo!
All right. I'm gonna take my life in my own hands now and get in the car with you. Here we go. Oh boy. Let's see what happens. Windshield rattles.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Is there a way to make that not happen?
Yeah, take it off.
Okay, here we go. Oh, is my brake on?
Yep. Yeah, now that your brake works, pull it back.
There we go.
There you go.
So nice to have a brake that works now.
Works, finally.
Wow.
That's new.
Amazing.
Yeah, right?
Okay, here we go. Backing out.
Don't pring the car.
Gotta use the muscles.
Vamonos.
Don't want to pring the work truck.
Yeah, don't pring the work truck. That's the truck that brings our income in right there. You know, my real job.
So good.
Nice too.
It's still beautiful.
Yeah.
So nice to shift without having it grind. Oh my gosh.
Effortless.
Oh,
Nice.
it's such a trip. It does feel like it's supposed to go further, but it's just
right,
done.
because it's that short shift pattern.
Yeah, it's nice actually. It's so nice to just be able to
Yeah,
shift
right?
down and
Yes.
this effortless thing.
Yeah, these Mitchell synchronized transmissions are game changing, I think. And you know, for not the same, see, a lot of people, especially on the web forums, are gonna be, well, you should learn how to double clutch. You should learn that. No, time out, time out. How many of you guys can look over your left shoulder and see your wife driving her Model A and with a smile on her face and not stressed? I win. Well, you made it down the hill first time
Yeah.
with your synchro transmission anyway.
And what's really nice is I didn't even have to hold on to the stick.
No, it's not going to pop out of gear at all.
Wow.
That's those
just-
Rocky Mountain detents right there from Steve.
Wow.
Yeah, hooked up.
Steve's got me dialing in,
back.
profiling.
Yeah, now, most of the Mitchell transmissions don't, but some of them, just be aware, if we're ever in like a really steep driveway or something where you're in first gear using engine braking,
Yeah.
there's a possibility it might pop out at first. So I just kind of got in the habit of holding mine in first anyway.
Oh,
Which
gotcha.
but usually, since this is the number 2 gear ratio, it probably won't. Just got the stock first and reverse.
Gotcha.
But the ones like with their 3 ratio, for whatever reason, some of those do.
Oh,
But I just kind of got in the habit of holding it, even though mine doesn't. But I just got in the habit of kind of holding it first, when you, just in case.
yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. There's the lake. Nice. Nothing to see here. Just a couple of cool people out doing cool people stuff.
I do feel pretty cool. Oh no, I have to downshift. Whatever shall I do? Just like that.
Done.
No big deal.
When you're on a drive like this, when you start going through your brain, let's see, did I tighten every bolt? Did I tighten all this? Did I put the cotter pins in?
I would hope.
I hope so too.
Although I was feeling very confident, now you're kind of making me wonder if I'm overly confident.
Sorry. I think I did.
I was feeling pretty smug.
Not feeling so smug when your brake rods fall off, are you?
God. We're gonna finish driving home. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was informational. Don't be afraid to work on your Model A. All these videos, you can do it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then don't be afraid to drive your Model A.
Oh.
So much fun. Be the best part of your day.